The sun had barely risen over Carrington, but the Manchester United training ground was already alive with energy. Players whispered among themselves, excited yet curious about what lay ahead. They had heard the rumours Ruben Amorim, the Portuguese mastermind, was different. At precisely 9 a.m, Amorim strode onto the pitch, with a confidence that immediately commanded respect. His whistle hung loosely around his neck, and a clipboard filled with diagrams and notes was tucked under his arm. The players could sense it, this was no ordinary training session. "All right everyone, gather round," Amorim called out. His voice was calm but carried an authority that silenced the chatter. As the players formed a circle, he laid out his plan. "We're going to play football the way it's meant to be played," he began, his words sparking a ripple of excitement. "Fast, fearless, and together. From today, we start building something unstoppable." Amorim's methods were unlike anything the squad had experienced before. Training began with an intense rondo session, but it wasn't the typical warm-up they were used to. Amorim's version demanded precision, speed, and constant communication. Laughter and frustration mixed as players tried to keep up with the blistering pace. Then came tactical drills. Using coloured cones and markers, Amorim broke down positional play in ways that left even the most seasoned players impressed. He moved among them, correcting stances, pointing out spaces to exploit, and praising quick thinking. "Good, Bruno, that's what I want to see. Rashford, when you make that run, trust your instincts," he shouted, his enthusiasm infectious. For the defenders, Amorim introduced a drill designed to replicate high-pressure scenarios. Lisandro Martinez and Raphael Varane locked eyes as they prepared for the challenge. "Stay compact, communicate and anticipate," Amorim instructed Dot. As the session progressed, the players found themselves pushing harder, smiling more, and rediscovering the joy of the game. The final segment of training was a scrimmage, but with a twist. Amorim introduced rules that forced the team to adapt, think creatively, and trust one another. Goals weren't celebrated by individuals, but by the entire team. When Garnacho scored a screamer, Amorim clapped and yelled, "That's it! That's the Manchester United spirit!" By the end of the session, the players were exhausted, but exhilarated. The camaraderie was palpable, and even the younger players felt like they belonged. News of the extraordinary session spread quickly. Staff members who watched from the sidelines couldn't contain their excitement. "I've never seen anything like it," one of them admitted. Back at Old Trafford, fans began sharing clips and photos from the day. The hashtag Amorim era started trending, with supporters marvelling at the energy and passion radiating from the squad. "This is it," one fan tweeted. "This is the Manchester United we've been waiting for." As the players left the pitch, drenched in sweat but smiling, Amorim stood watching them, a satisfied look on his face. He knew this was just the beginning, but he also knew the foundation had been laid. "See you all tomorrow," he said with a nod, "and come ready to work." For the first time in years, Manchester United felt like Manchester United again. Ruben Amorim wasn't just a coach, he was a man on a mission to restore the pride, passion and power of one of the greatest clubs in football history. The Amorim revolution had begun. Alphonso Davies' agent Nadal Jose has denied claims the Canadian international has an agreement in place with Real Madrid. Real Madrid aren't the only club to be linked with the 24-year-old, who joined Bayern from Vancouver Whitecaps in 2018. So far, though, Davies has been reluctant to make a public decision on his future. The left-back's Bayern contract expires at the end of the season, leaving him free to speak to potential suitors in January. He isn't the only top talent linked with a move to the Bernabeu come the summer, though, with Liverpool right-back Trent Alexander-Arnold in a similar contract situation. Manchester United have also been mentioned as a potential next club for Davies, who many feel could suit Ruben Amorim's preferred 3-4-3 formation. While there's been no definitive progress on that front, the latest claims from Jose will make for pleasant reading for United fans. Although the player has many options, we have not reached an agreement with any club, Jose said, as reported by Mundo Deportivo via Football España. Any information that suggests otherwise is incorrect. Reports in Spain had suggested Davies had rejected alternative options in favour of a Madrid switch, but Jose pushed back against those suggestions. A new contract with Bayern could also be an option, he added. Davies had been due to play for Canada during November's international break, but pulled out of the squad as a precautionary measure over fatigue worries. Jesse Marsch's side still beat Suriname 1-0 in the first leg of their CONCACAF Nations League quarter-final though, with the return game taking place on Tuesday evening local time. Back in October, Davies was asked about his future in an ESPN interview. "As of now, my full focus is to stay healthy and to play the game with the club I'm with right now," he said. "I'm not focused on what's going on in the future, I'm just focusing on staying healthy and helping my team win. My team make me feel valued, the whole Bayern community make me feel valued. I see that each and every day." Davies has played 15 times in all competitions for Bayern this season, playing 90 minutes in all 4 Champions League matches as well as the last 7 games in the Bundesliga. Vincent Kompany's team sit 5 points clear at the top of their domestic league during the international break, though they have just 6 points from 4 games in Europe, despite putting 9 goals past Dinamo Zagreb in their opener.